All right, now we're going to talk about graphing a line, and we're going to start off pretty simple. If you have not seen this equation before, it is called the slope-intercept form, because those are the two things that you get from this form. And you'll notice you also have to set the equation to y. Okay, so once the equation's set for y, the coefficient that is in front of your x variable is called the slope, and then the number next to it is the y-intercept. That's actually the starting point where you would start on the graph. So if you look at number 1, okay, the slope is the coefficient next to x. You'll notice that negative sign is in the middle. I always like to put it in my numerator. So it's going to be a negative 1 over 3. That means that slope is going to be going down left to right. And the y-intercept, that is the point on the y line here that we're going to start everything off at, is at 1. Okay? So we're going to start at point 1 here, the y-intercept. And then, according to slope, we're going to go down 1. And you'll notice 3 is positive, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. Let's do it again. Down 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I always like to go back to my original point and do a couple of more points going the opposite way. So instead of going down and to the right, I'm going to go up 1 and to the left. 1, 2, 3. You'll see how your dots are all lining up there. And then the last one would be up 1, 1, 2, 3. We ran out of a little real estate here, so we're done. Okay, and then we could connect the dots. Now that actually should have 2 arrows, because in reality it goes on forever. I just don't know how to get the other arrow from my toolbox. But we've graphed that line, okay? So the next one, the slope, is positive, so it's going to be going in the exact opposite direction of the first one. So we're going to go up 1 and to the right 4. And we are going to start off again on the y line at positive 4. Okay, so let's find positive 4 on the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we're going to use our slope to navigate. So we're going to go up 1 and to the right, because they're both positive. Remember, up is positive, to the right is positive. Up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then let's go down 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are done. We'll connect the dots. You'll notice this slope is going in a positive direction from the left to the right. And we're done. All right. The next two. In this one, you don't notice. Okay, let's start with the slope first. So m. I do not see a number in front of the x. So when you don't see a number in front of the x, you assume it's going to be a 1. Now, very important is that I always want a slope as a fraction. So to make any whole number a fraction, you're just going to put a 1 underneath it. Okay? Now, as far as the y-intercept, I do not see any. There is nothing, so nothing to me means 0. So you are going to start on this particular one on the y line. You're going to start right here at the origin. Okay. You have a positive slope, so it's going to go up. So basically you're going up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Alright, we could keep going. Let's go backwards and do a couple of backwards ones. I always like to do it backwards. I consider, if you don't, it's like half a line. Okay? Down and to the left. Down and to the left. And we'll do one more to balance it out. So there is your positive line going through the origin, right? And, whoops, what happened there? Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the next one, number 4. You're starting at 2, the coefficient in front of x. Again, we're going to make that a what? A fraction. And the y-intercept is going to be a negative 1. So we're going to start at negative 1 on the y-line. We're going to have a positive slope, so we're left to right's going to be going up. So we're going to go up 2, 1, 2, over 1. Up 2, over 1. And then let's do a couple backwards. Down 2, over 1. Down 2, over 1. And guys, there's no like really set amount. I want you to at least do as, 3 or 4 points at the minimum. It really depends how big your graph is too, right? Alright, so we got the first 4 done. I want to take a look at 2 more. I call these special equations, okay? So let's take a look at these. I'm going to move this down a little. And let's see. Alright. Let's see if I can get rid of some of this stuff here. Alright. So you'll notice we only have one letter in the last 2 here. We have an x equals 1, y equals 3. So these are going to be the special, I call these special lines. Let's see what they look like. Well, if x equals 1, right? That means I have at least 1 point. I know x is 1, so the dot is going to go here. Now, if you think of any other ordered pair where x is 1, let's just do a couple. We'll connect them and you'll have your line. So if x is 1, so if I go 1, 3. All right, let's plot that. 1, 1, 2, 3. All right, again, x is 1, right? Let's keep x 1. Make y a negative number. Let's make it negative 3. Okay? So x is 1, y is negative 3, 1, 2, 3. And as you can see here, you are going to get a vertical line, which would have a slope. It's a little messed up. All right. But you get the picture. Okay. Vertical line going through x is 1. Now let's look at its opposite, number 6. Some of you probably already know what that one's going to be. All right, so if it says y is 3, that gives me 1 point, right? Y, let's find y, is 3. And if we use the same concept and give me a couple of ordered pairs here, right? Where y is just 3, the pen's acting a little funny. So let's say, I don't know, 1, 3, right? 1, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. All right. And then let's do one more. My pen's really acting weird here. Let's say -1, 3. And I think you get the picture that we're getting a horizontal line. So all y lines are going to be horizontal. All x equations are going to be vertical. All right. So for instance, if y was -3, you'd have a dot right here, and then you'd be going this way, right? If x was -3, well, you'd have a dot at -3 at x, and then you'd be going up and down, vertical. All right, we're done.